How good's this? A little Chrissy present for you. Kroger versus Conroy. Everyone's just here to help. And just getting in the theme of the first cricket test, Michael Kroger's still got his whites on from playing in the nets a bit earlier today. It's summer in Melbourne, but hello, my friend. And of course, Stephen Conroy's just here to help.
Freezing.
Now, I've got a little feeling that Stephen, you're going to be a secret sort of Christmas crooners kind of guy. Like, do you bore the family with a certain playlist for weeks and weeks in advance, or are you somebody who just likes a little just Mariah Carey and that's it?
No, look, I'm not actually a big fan of the Mariah Carey song. There's lots of other Christmas songs. I probably hear it too often for me to truly embrace it.
I feel about elbow speeches.
I've got a few. I've got a few that I don't mind on rotation. But no, I'm not a big Christmas crooner.
All right, now
is the best way to answer it.
We'll get it out of the way. What about you, Michael? Have you got the LPs from your childhood that are ringing through the house, or you're a Spotify man? What do you do?
No, as I've moved, I've lost all my vinyl records. No, we're going to play. No, I know, mate, but we've got something better. Got something better than Elvis Presley's "Suspicious Minds" and his great album "That's the Way It Is" from 1970. But no, I've got something better, which is Albo's greatest hits from the Voice campaign. We're going to run his whole thing. It's going to be great. Goes for an hour.
Yeah.
Great. A bit of Marcia Langton in there and Megan Davis. A bit of racism. You mugs out there.
Yeah.
All of that. So it's going to be great. Goes for an hour.
Now, what you're hearing here, these bells are
high
part
five.
Of the misinformation bells. The misinformation bills. High five. Get
High
rid of
Five's
it.
Christmas album.
All right. He played it. I'm not paying for it. Okay. Let's get to it. We're in the 21st century. We're 23 years into the 21st century, and the New South Wales government told people today to turn off their washing machines, turn up their air conditioning because the power might not work. Michael, this is ridiculous. Power costs more than ever before, but please don't use it.
No, you're confused, mate. The power bills are coming down by $275.
Yeah, sorry, that's right.
They're coming down. So if you've got a bill for a large amount, it's a misprint. Basically, what's happened is this, mate. Chris Bowen has lost control of the whole debate. This country has gone too fast into renewables, too quickly to close coal-fired power stations. The electorate is totally confused because Bowen's been telling them for years, cheaper, everything's going to be cheaper with renewables. It seems that everything's gone through the roof, and the electorate have now decided what's happening isn't working. The whole energy transition has been a total debacle. And of course, in Queensland for years they've been saying, please don't put on your air conditioner between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. because it'll blow the grid. So in an energy-rich country like this, what an utter, absolute farce.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen, it does feel like we're going 1,000 miles an hour towards the wrong destination, 1,000 knots an hour, dare I say.
I mean, it's just tragic for Michael that all those power stations are closed under the Liberal government's policies. But let's not worry about, just a simple fact like
they
closed
state government
under the federal Liberal Party. And the only party that's actually said, no, we're not going to close one is Chris Minns, to his credit, who said, no, we're going to have to keep that coal-fired power station going for a while longer. So under the Liberals, lots closed, they did nothing. Under Labor, Chris Minns, he's keeping one open that said it was going to close. So I don't want to put any facts in front of the audience there to get in Michael's way.
And Daniel Andrews didn't close Hazelwood. No,
but hang on. But then also, isn't Chris Bowen also going to spend $60 billion off budget for 32 gig of renewable power? But that'll all be commercial in confidence, so we don't know about how much money this government's going to spend on the next sources of energy, Stephen.
Well, look, there's two separate points there. First is the policy initiative is very sound. I mean, we need to be able to store the renewable energy. We've got the solar panels, we've got the windmills, and we need to be able to store it so we can use it at the best time. In South Australia, built a battery to try and take the edge off the outrageous price gouging that energy companies were engaged in a couple of years ago.
Then it's got an extension called
now
Victorian.
We've got a proposal which was they built. Remember Elon Musk You know, he came and actually did something useful apart from destroy Twitter/X. And then you've got a different argument about, oh, it's some secrets. Every single serious, significant federal government expenditure on an individual project like that, whether it's a Labor or Liberal, you don't state up front what the cost will be, because all that does is encourage companies to bid more. If they bid more, you need the cheapest price. You tell them what your price is, guess what they'll all bid? The top price. Yeah. So your criticism of the secrecy is a criticism that applies to both sides, because it's actually smart business.
It's going well.
Yeah, OK. But again, just one more time, can we just see Penny Sharp? Remember, the Jetsons. Remember the Jetsons? We were supposed to have, you could press a button, not that it was a documentary, but you get my point. You push a button and all the food comes out of the machine, the hovercrafts and all the rest of it. We saw the BBC with its technology. This was a government minister today in Sydney.
Every small bit of action that we take will make it much easier to make sure that the grid stays on and there's not a problem. No one's forced to do any of this. We're just simply saying, when you go home tonight, if you don't need to use your dryer or you don't need to put your dishwasher on until tomorrow morning, just please do that.
I love when Stephen has to argue that a bad idea is a good idea. But he's loyal. He's loyal to it.
6 months?
Sorry,
he's
go
loyal.
for it.
He's loyal.
But 6 months in government and it's all their fault in New South Wales.
No, Matt Keane. No, mate.
No, it's going
when
well.
Matt Keane did it, when Matt Keane did it a year ago, I tore him a new one as well. Anyway, let's talk about the decision.
I'm just pointing out that it was Matt Keane and the Liberal Party in New South Wales that did it.
Mate, don't
been
worry.
A great success.
You're going to get a free kick at goal when you say Matt Keane or the Ghost and the failures of their public policy, all right?